Latest mission for Sven-Göran Eriksson and his England after a 2-1 victory over Finland at Anfield at the weekend. Come for a very tricky qualifying tie against Albania, who so nearly pulled off a real shock result in Germany, beaten 2-1 in the closing minute. Very strange looking goal. It seemed certain that it was offside. Two changes from that side, most notably Rudi Fata, the captain, is out. He's suspended, and Edwin Murati of Paris Saint-Germain is injured. So Fakaj and Belai come into the side. Jerry Chipi will play as the libero in the back three, replacing Rudi Fata. And Fakaj comes in as a central defender to replace Chipi. As for England, something of a surprise. Ashley Cole of Arsenal is given his debut by Sven-Göran Eriksson. He replaces Chris Powell. Something of a last-minute decision, that would seem. And Steven Gerrard, he's injured, as he so often is, and Nicky Butt comes in to replace him. It certainly seems that 2 games in 4 days with Gerrard in his currently fragile state is rather too much for the Liverpool man. But Nicky Butt had a super game in Eriksson's first match in charge against Spain, so an able deputy. It also means that there are 5 Manchester United players in the starting lineup, and that's the most from one team for England since Ron Greenwood in 1977 fielded 5 from Liverpool. Albania first to press. It's a very hostile atmosphere as well. That's away by Ferdinand. And eventually through to David Seaman. Reputation restored internationally after that excellent save from Litmanen at Anfield. It's Campbell. Gary Neville. Good run from Andy Cole. Whipped in by Beckham now. Header away was by Altin Lala. Well, Manaman is shaping to take the corner, but surely has to be left for Beckham. Indeed it is. After all the trouble he got after France '98, suddenly a national hero again, David Beckham. Good ball in as well. It was flicked on. And the shot coming in ultimately from Andy Cole had to be batted away by Strakosha, who didn't deal with the corner very well. Jack Charlton, the former Republic of Ireland manager, and of course England international, watching on with interest. This is Owen. Well, clearly brought down. Does trouble international defenders with his pace. And it's a good position for Beckham as well. Campbell is charging forward at the far post, and Beckham's looking for him. Clearly something they'd worked on that. Nearly paid off. In by Campbell again to Cole. Now the other Cole, Ashley. What a night for him. Big debut in a difficult game. There's a foul by Lala. Really cut through Cole. Another good position for Beckham, and Albania will know they can't give him too many of these. Whipped it in with such interest. Deflected away for another corner, and Beckham is across to take that as well, in front of those England supporters. A really tough journey to get here. Corner from the captain. Up goes Cole. Driven in by Butt. Albania rather penned in at the moment. I think it's Erwin Fakaj who's down injured. Ashley Cole was rather caught out there. It's Bushy going forward. Still Bushy, good run from him. Just couldn't quite thread the final ball through, but it's a warning for England. It's a good turn as well, and that's an immense block by Sol Campbell. Beckham was waving the imaginary yellow card at the referee, Alan Hammer from Luxembourg. Good little spell this for Albania. Lala. Away by Campbell. Ashley Cole. Lovely composure. Taking a risk or two. And Albania's ball. To be taken by Lala. Certainly regarded by Albanian fans and public as their best ever football team. Last time England visited here, in fact the only previous visit, 1989, England won 2-0, Bobby Robson's England, and they won 5-0 in the return at Wembley. And Albania, as they showed in Germany, are a very different proposition these days. Blade Arcola, the AEK Athens player, outstanding in the game against Germany, actually scored the equalising goal, and he's not really shown tonight so far. Now this is ominous for England. Sol Campbell, having limped for the last 2 or 3 minutes, has to go off. He's replaced very ably, no doubt, by Wes Brown, but winning his 3rd England cap. The young centre-back partnership of Wes Brown now and Rio Ferdinand. Beckham to chip the free kick in. Headed back across. It was Owen. Albanians can bring it clear. Anyone who thought this was going to be a cakewalk for England, well, they better think again right now. Forward by Fakaj. A huge leap that by Wes Brown, but referee decides it's a free kick. Causing problems is Iglitare, that huge centre forward. Seaman opting for a wall of 4. Tare looks like he fancies the free kick. Wes Brown still somewhat bemused that the decision was given against him, I think. I suppose lessons to learn in international football. Tare to strike it. Got it up and over, but couldn't get it to dip. Saw a few Michael Owen shirts dotted in the streets of Tirana before this game. Here's Andy Cole. That's going to be within David Beckham range. Rather a foolish foul, although it clearly was one. Cole's so desperate for an international goal. This is 13th international, still no goals for him. The pressure is growing from the notoriously impatient British media. Should qualify and say English media. So Beckham. Strakosha thinks he's got the angles right. It's Beckham. Oh, it's a fine effort and a really good save by Strakosha. Didn't require such athleticism, but he read it so well. Wall was in exactly the right place, as was he. Still the corner threat to deal with, though. Beckham. Strakosha stays on his line. And luckily for him, goes over the crossbar from Rio Ferdinand. Steve McClare and Peter Taylor, Ray Clements all assisting Sven-Göran Eriksson. They've got in each other's way. Michael Owen. They're appealing for handball. Nothing doing from the referee from Luxembourg. Now Ashley Cole brought down, and it's going to be a card. He's had a live wire debut so far, Ashley Cole. Caught out a couple of times defensively, but looked excellent going forward. And again, Beckham will fancy a strike from here. Got the first one on target. Strakosha was equal to that. Cole just peeling off as well. It's going to be Beckham surely to strike one. And Strakosha nearly let it wriggle under his body, but just about got down and held on. Oh, not surprisingly pensive, Mr. Eriksson. Kohler with that ball in. They haven't really threatened David Seaman's goal. Just that England have been unable to get through at the other end. That'll be the disappointment for them. There's the half-time whistle from Alan Hamer from Luxembourg, and that is disappointing for England. Albania will be more than happy. Best chance was the Beckham free kick, which was pushed away by Strakosha. Half-time, Albania 0, England 0. World Cup qualifying win. One change made by the Swedish coach at half-time. The introduction of Emil Heskey, replacing Steve McManaman, giving some impetus down that left-hand side. This is Owen, though, early on. Hacked away by Belai. Good start. Touch from Owen. Ashley Cole. Scholes in field. Andy Cole wins the free kick again. Within Beckham range. Will they never learn? Andy Cole's having a hard time. Working very hard. And the home fans don't like it. I think they have to lump it. This man's been equal to everything Beckham has curled at him so far. Strakosha. It's going to be Beckham again. Wall doing its job. Now Scholes. Oh, it's a great ball from Scholes, and it was Heskey. And I wonder if Strakosha just got a touch there. Perhaps just took it away from Heskey. Shortage of action replays, by the way, from our Albanian director, if you're wondering. Here's Tare. Now Bushi. Needed the challenge from Wes Brown in the end and driven in at Seaman. Oh, it's bounced awkwardly. Well, a minor escape there for David Seaman. Shot from Bledar Kola, span awkwardly. Ferdinand. Paul Scholes, he's one of those who's capable of unlocking the Albanians. Gary Neville now. Good run forward by Butt. Now that was an awkward challenge. Well, you've seen them given as penalties. It was Jerry Chipi. And Beckham is asking the question. Certainly clumsy by Chippy. Heskey. On towards Cole. Cole, Owen, Heskey and Scholes. All trying to break the door down for England. This is Kola. Now Tare. Belai. And again from Kola for Tare. Physical presence for Wes Brown to deal with. And did well. Looked pretty comfortable, Wes Brown. Ashley Cole now. That's good, strong defending. Seaman had it covered. In from Fata. But now Gary Neville. Sense perhaps the Albanians just starting to tire. Owen trying to get through. That's Scholes. Great ball. Michael Owen, chance! He's done it again for England. The boy wonder with his 10th international goal. And his 7th outside his home country. Really turns it on and produces on the big occasion. Is that going to be enough for England? Ashley Cole. Forward by Scholes now for Andy Cole. Can he get a goal? It's a good run for him for Scholes! And that surely is that. Not as comfortable as that 2-0 scoreline suggests, but still, England have done the job here. Really good work from Andy Cole. You have to be pleased for him after some of the criticism that's been aimed at him. 5 minutes of added time seems a little excessive. Beckham just want to keep possession now. Seaman. Well, it's gone Albania's way and taken quickly. This is Altin Rackley, the substitute. Well, they have a goal back. And there are still 3.5 minutes to play. A worrying amount of time for England to negotiate. Good finish though by Rackley. Plays in the Bundesliga for Unterhaching. Only a substitute, and he's the one to worry England. Oh, we get a replay of that. All's fair in love and television, I suppose. England just want to keep the ball. Just want to run the clock down. Gary Neville. And that'll do. Currently 7 Manchester United players on the field of the 11 for England. To the introductions of Brown and Sheringham. Here's Beckham. Perhaps would have done better to take that to the corner flag. Though he has at least won a corner. And the clock is ticking down. Third would certainly give England the required cushion. And that's sensibly done by Beckham. He's trying to keep the ball again. It's it back from Gary Neville. And it's been won back though. And here's Rackless. Now one final chance perhaps for Albania. Rackless has continued his run in the centre. Well defended by Ashley Cole. Trying to thread it through to Rackless. Flag is up. Flag was up against him. The crowd have only just realised that he is furious. And I wonder, I reckon that was pretty close. Will we see a replay of it? Well, there it was, and he was onside, Rackless. Gary Neville was certainly playing him on in the centre. That's a big escape for England. Sven-Göran Eriksson is having the luck so far. The Litmanen miss at Anfield and then that. That's what they say about a good coach, isn't it? You need to be lucky. Just don't want to use it up too early in your reign. Can you imagine the headlines if that goal had stood, which it should? It would have been 2 goals conceded in added time by England. As it is, it looks like they're going to scrape out of this. They haven't played particularly well, but Albania have made it very, very hard for them. And the point in coming here was just to get away with a result. In from Beckham. Again, just need to keep the ball. This is Heskey. Now Andy Cole! Well, what a time to score his first international goal. His 13th international. Great moment for him. And more importantly, it seals victory for England. Now then, Ashley Cole has been hit, has he, by a missile from the crowd? Ashley Cole still receiving a bit of attention. And this is the goal. It's a good near post run by Andy Cole. Great ball from Heskey as well. That is victory sealed, but it was a heck of a lot closer than it looks. If the Rackley goal had stood, it would have been 2-2. As it is, England with a 2-goal cushion once more. And a lovely moment for Andy Cole. I think Ashley Cole's okay. I'm trying to suggest it was a foul by Andy Cole in the centre, I think. That was a good piece of predatory play, and that will surely be that. Well, there's no time for anything more than to kick off. England, and at times nervy performance, but ultimately they get the win. Sven-Göran Eriksson's 3rd in 3 games as England coach. Goals from Owen, from Scholes, and finally from Andy Cole make the final score in Tirana, despite a late shock from Raklis. Albania 1, England 3.